Modeling a house is just the beginning. It's the right materials and a perfect render that bring it to life. Hello friends, and welcome to part 2 of this tutorial. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Alright, I've added a few objects to the scene. Let's jump into the camera view. I created the stairs, placed different light objects, and added plants and trees in various areas. I also built these railings, brought in a wardrobe inside the room, and added some linear lights in these spots. Now, let's move on to the materials and check out the ones I created myself. I won't go into the ready-made materials of the imported assets. I'll move quickly here so the video doesn't get too long. First is the parking stair material, which looks like gravel. If you want to see the details clearly, pause the video here. Next is the ceramic material for the parking. For the grass material, it's a bit more complex. I brightened it up, used an AO map, and applied it to the diffuse. Both reflect and glossiness also have bitmaps. One map goes into the bump slot, and the other into displacement. Displacement works similarly to bump but with more accuracy, though it does increase render time. Here's the stair material, which is slightly brighter than the parking one. This is the ceramic material for the interior. These two are for the building facade, one brighter, one darker. I also added a very subtle noise parameter for more realism. For the wood railing, I used a ready-made Corona library material. This one is the HDRI setup. And finally, the linear light material. I've also set up a couple of extra materials for the render elements that we'll review now. Alright, let's move on to the render elements. I added direct, reflect and refract. The Z depth element, which defines depth of field from the camera to the farthest object. Here, I set it to 20 meters. C masking _ID, set to material ID. Light select, which you can add with the plus button. I used one for the ground floor lights and another for the terrace lights on the upper floor. Next is the shadow element. After that, the C-Text map elements where I applied AO. Max distance is set to 1 and 10, both on outside mode. And here is the light select for the terrace. The first light select includes all the parking and yard lights, as well as the stairs and hidden lighting. Now, let's move on to the next topic, proxying objects. Right now, this scene has 12 million polygons and almost 9 million vertices. Objects like cars and trees really push these numbers up. For example, if I isolate just the car, you can see it has about 5,100,000 polygons and 2,650,000 vertices. So, I'll go ahead and select Open Corona Proxy Exporter. Here, I just choose a save location. I don't change any of the other settings. Proxying makes the scene much lighter and also improves render performance. This is especially useful if you're working on a weaker system. As you can see, the car is now displayed as a dotted object. And the polygon and vertex counts have dropped significantly. I'll use the same method for the trees. After converting them to proxies, they still render perfectly fine without any issues. Now, look at this. From 12 million polys down to 4 million. Much better. Alright, let's take an interactive render so you can see how the render elements are looking. Alright, that's enough for now. Alpha. Next, direct. This makes the diffuse textures clearer. Reflect is necessary to bring out the glossiness in the scene. Refract. Then we have Z depth, which darkens the scene the farther we move away from the camera. Material ID, useful for making selections. Light select for environment lighting. Shadow. See text maps. And finally, light select for the terrace. Now, I'll set up the final render settings. I'll put denoising on high quality. Raise the image resolution a little. And finally hit render. Since I want a high-quality render, it's going to take some time. So, I'll pause the video here and resume when it's ready for the denoising stage. Alright, that should be enough. To activate denoising, you just need to hit stop once. As you can see, it's now applied. Perfect, the render is complete. In the next part, I'll do the post-production for this scene in Photoshop. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please leave me your valuable feedback in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps support me and this channel. I'll see you in the next part. Goodbye.